What is going on, YouTube fam? Matt with Outdoor Believing here, and we are back, but doing something different today. Today is the day for food plots. Fall is just around the corner here in Michigan. October 1st is opening day of deer season. It's beginning September right now. Next weekend is actually the beginning of the youth hunt. So I don't do that right now. We just do opening day here on our place, and we got some work to do. We're going to put in some cereal rye onto our food plot that we have pre-established here on the property, and it's hopefully going to turn out really good. Forecast looks pretty good. It's hot today, but the next couple days it's actually calling for rain, so I'm hoping on that, and this should be the perfect setup for this cereal rye. I've had good luck with this in the past. It's one of the things that I can get to grow up here because we have really sandy soil. But let me show you what we're putting down and where we're putting it, and hopefully you like this video. It's something a little different. Throw it in the comments if this is something you guys like to see more hunting stuff thrown in with the fishing stuff. So I'm just kind of curious, and I always like your guys' opinions. So with that being said, let's show you what we're going to do today. We ended up getting 300 pounds of cereal rye, and then we also got just about 200 pounds of triple 19 fertilizer. We're doing just shy of an acre food plot, so this should be perfect. We're actually doing a layered cereal rye patch. So when I say layered cereal rye, we're putting 300 pounds down today, and then in about 2 weeks I'm going to come back and put another 100 pounds, and if it fills in really nice by opening day, we'll be set there. If it looks a little sparse, I may even throw in another 100 pounds, either right before season or even the first week of bow season. But it's to get that nice flush of cereal rye where it's got different levels of tenderness as well for the deer. And that's what I've been doing in the past couple years. And I've been doing a no-till method. Because we have such sandy soil, we've actually made the mistake in the past of accidentally tilling the topsoil under. So I switched to no-till, which I prefer. It's a little less work. And when you're doing about an acre food plot in the backwoods, it makes it way easier when you're doing no-till. You have less equipment back here. But I have a couple quads that I brought with us. We ended up bringing the pull behind spreader this time. I got a bag spreader too, a shoulder spreader, if I need to get it into some crevices that I can't get this to. And then, so we're gonna, here, let me show you the plot. So this is the food plot as of right now. That is actually a very old deer feeder that we used to have working when you could bait in Michigan. That is no longer allowed. It hasn't been for a couple years, so we have not used that in a long time. It's actually breaking down. The barrel has actually got holes in it. The wood is rotted out, so it's just in the way. We're gonna get rid of it. And it'll make it easier, and I don't have to drive around it when I'm planning a food plot. Other than that, we are gonna go, I'll show you the food plot right now. So what this is it's just, it's almost like big handlebar. So this is the main food plot area here. And then coming around here, like I said, it's dumbbells. It kind of comes up on this ridge, not ridge, but hump here. And oh, got a nice deer scrape with a licking tree right there. Comes up over here. And goes down into this food plot, which is another bigger area. This year we're actually going to hang another set right back in that corner because we've got a lot of deer activity coming out here feeding in this food plot. So that's the food plot as of right now. What I did, usually every year I plant buckwheat in May, early May usually, but I didn't do that this year because buckwheat I've had trouble with in the past. And it's probably just me not putting enough fertilizer down and the soil not being exactly right. So because I don't have the time right now to put lime down and do a lime treatment on the whole food plot, what we're going to do is, one, I have all of this cereal rye left over from last year. And it's not much, but it's going to act as a little bit of a thatch on top of it. It's actually, I left it up so it didn't, so it helped in keeping the topsoil from washing down into the middle, because these are kind of bowls. So just to kind of keep that structure in. And then we're going to lay the seed, the fertilizer down, and we're going to crimp all of this down with a roller. And then it's going to push that seed right down into the ground to get good seed to soil contact. And then we're going to go over it and spray it with some glyphosate. And then we're also going to spray it with Plot Start. And Plot Start has been super helpful up here. If you guys never heard of it, look it up. If you're doing food plots or you have a poor pH on your soil, Plot Start really helps. It's helped me. I've been using it now for 3 seasons, and I've gotten more growth in the last 3 seasons probably than I have in the last 10 years. It's absolutely insane, and I love the stuff. It's really helped me out. So pairing that this year and doing a lime treatment probably maybe at the end of the season this year, so I have it ready for next year. That's the goal. So we're gonna get going. I got a lot of work to do. It's hot, so I'm gonna get going. Hopefully you guys like this, and let's see what we can do with this food plot.
And remember to stay tuned until the end of this video to see the breakdown on how much I actually spent on this food plot. It's probably going to surprise you.
Man, that went way easier than I thought it was. It's hot out. I thought I was gonna have to dig that thing out, but look at this. This thing is so old and weathered that it actually cracked all the way in half. The wood has rotted out because it's been in the ground so long. So, hey, we can't have them anymore. That one's been there way too long, and I'm just glad to get it out. Like I said, I thought it was going to be more work, but that saves me probably what I thought was going to be 45 minutes of digging that out. We're going to get this cleaned up. We're going to start throwing seed. All right, here we go. There it is, the goodness. Now I do want to point out too, this is cereal rye. It's a grain. It's not the rye that you plant in your grass at your house and stuff like that. This is totally different. The stuff that you plant at home isn't the stuff you want in a food plot. This stuff is good for the deer. They like it. They crave it way more, and it lasts a lot longer during the season, grows a lot taller, and it replenishes quicker for the deer. So cereal rye, not regular rye grass. Keep it in mind.
So to save you guys some boring repetition, all we're doing here is taking the 1919 fertilizer. We're going to spread it the same exact way that we just spread the seed on the food plot, making sure that we cover it in a nice even coat to make sure all of the seed gets the right nutrients for the season to come. And then we're going to get to the next step.
All right, guys. So we got the seed down, we got the fertilizer down. Food plot is starting to come together. It's looking great. The next step is we're going to go get our roller and we're going to crimp everything that's living down. That's going to help in the killing process of the live stuff right now, because we're going to go over it and we're going to spray 41% glyphosate. It's going to kill everything over the next 2 weeks. And once that dries, in about 2 hours, I'm going to go back over it and I'm going to spray it with Plot Start. And the Plot Start's really acting as my lime this year. It's just going to help the seeds absorb all the nutrients and the fertilizer that is down as well. And with the rain that we have coming tomorrow and the next couple days, hopefully, this food plot is just going to turn into a lush carpet of cereal rye that the deer are going to absolutely love. And I can't wait to see some of the bucks and does that are going to be cruising this food plot during deer season. So let's get to the next step and get going. Is this yard roller hooked up to the quad, filled about, I don't know, quarter to halfway with water. And that's just going to crimp everything down, pretty much all that green stuff, and then any of the standing rye from last year. So yeah, we're going to go over the plots with that and then we're going to spray. So here we go. It's time to use the glyphosate. All I have here, sorry about the noise in the background, we're right next to the road where I'm filming this. So all I have here is a 25-gallon boom sprayer that I can tow behind the quad. And essentially, all I'm gonna do is take the label ripped off this, but it's 41% liquid glyphosate. And to this, we're gonna add the 25 gallons of water, and we're going to add 1 to 2 quarts per acre of the 41% glyphosate. Piece of advice when you're doing this, fill your tank half to 3/4 of the way first before you put the glyphosate in, because if you put the glyphosate in first, it's going to foam up and you're actually going to lose a lot because it's going to foam out. So put the water in first, then add your glyphosate, then add the rest of the water and mix it up really good. By the time you get it to the food plot, it's going to be mixed anyway because of all the jostling around that's happening in it. So, tip of the day. All right, so here it is, final step, Plot Start. It's made by Deer Grow. Like I said, this kind of acts as the lime, helps the seeds absorb the nutrients that they need to grow. So this, you're basically putting it on just like you did the glyphosate. You're just adding it to a sprayer, 1 bottle per 25 gallons of water per acre. And it works good. This is 2.5 gallons, so if you need 2 acres, 5 gallons, so on and so forth. So it is a little bit thick, so mix it up a little bit when you get it, pour it into a bucket, dilute it out, and then pour it into your sprayer. That way it'll mix up a lot easier for you. So here we go. And that's it. We are done. Food plot is seeded, fertilized, de-weeded, and essentially plot start, which is kind of like liming, but liquid form, is all done. Now we pray on the rain. Hopefully it comes. It's getting cloudy out, so I'm hoping that the rain starts tonight. That would be optimal. Either way, the plot should turn out this year. It looks really good. I might come in and add another 100 pounds or another 200 pounds depending on how it looks. More than likely I'll add at least one more 100 pounds in 2 weeks. The second set, I'm not sure yet. But I'm excited. This is turning out great. The food plot looks fantastic. I'm hoping big bucks show up. So I don't know. It's something a little different for me. Throw it in the comments. Let me know if you guys do your own food plots. This is just kind of my way of doing it, DIY, and cheaper. I only spent, well, let's see, it was $200 for the seed and the fertilizer, and then for the plot start, it was 50 bucks. So 250 bucks plus your gas, time, if you have equipment. If you don't have equipment, it'll take a little bit longer. I am only using this equipment because I have it. I have done this whole plot with a satchel spreader. And it still works, and a hand sprayer. So it's a lot more work. I'm blessed to have this stuff right now, but it is possible. So get out, do your food plots. Now's the time if you haven't got them going already. So cereal rye is a great food plot that you can plant later into the fall. You can even plant it into, 2 more weeks into September if you need to, in a pinch if something doesn't turn out. But I don't know. I hope you guys like this video. If you like this kind of content, let me know. Throw it in the comments. If you want to see more hunting, food plots, stuff like that where I'm in the woods. I've been doing a lot of fishing videos lately, so it's good to get in the woods for me. Either way, I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification button to see when more videos are getting dropped. So until next time, you guys have a good one. All right, guys, and we're back, and it is just over a week later, and the food plot looks amazing to start with. This is all of this right here is cereal rye. The plot start has really helped, and we got a good amount of rain. So I'm going to take you around, show you a little bit of the area, and I'm really excited for this year. As you can tell, it's coming up really nice. It's about 2 to 4 inches tall depending on where you're at, and it just looks beautiful. I'm definitely going to throw another 100 pounds down, I believe, just to keep it going and get it another layer of lushness in there. But this is looking really good. This deer season is going to be great. Let's look at this side. Yeah, there's still some seed that didn't take yet. That's a lot in that area. That's where some got spilled. But yeah, for a week, that's pretty good growth. So here it is. It's coming in. The other side looks just like this. I'm super pumped. Thanks for watching. I'll give you another update on one of my next videos, possibly one of the hunting videos, because we're only 2 weeks away from opening day here in Michigan. Like I said, I can't be more happy. This is going to turn out amazing this year. So stay tuned, and let's see what happens in this plot the rest of the season.